I'm Lonny from Bunny James, and we're excited because this is our second episode of our warehouse series where we like to showcase a lot of the innovative and cool young startup brands that we get to work with. And so today I have Johnny from Eat Your Coffee. And Johnny, I'm excited to chat with you a little bit today.
Excited to be here virtually, Lonny. Thanks for having me.
Yeah, with everything that's going on with COVID, it just made a little bit more sense to do this over a video call. So thanks for making it work.
Of course. Yeah, the wonders of technology. So it's good.
So we're here in our warehouse today. As you can see, we got a pallet of some Bunny James boxes behind us, and we're kidding over here to the right. And I really just want to take a sec to highlight you. We think what you guys do is super cool. Johnny has a company where they've intertwined coffee and nutritional bar. You can probably explain that a little bit better than I can. So I'll hand it over to you to talk about what you guys do.
Yeah, Eat Your Coffee. So pretty self-explanatory. We were kind of the first energized, caffeinated snack bar in the market, and always fueled by real organic coffee. So this is the product, one of our line, caffeinated snack bite, our mocha mint flavor, my personal favorite.
Love that one.
It's very good. Tastes like Thin Mints. Gotta love it. Not sure if I just infringed on any Girl Scout copyright there, but generally we've got 3 different product lines between our bites, our bars, and our new nut butter pouches we recently just launched, which are keto friendly. We're excited about. And yeah, we've been around for a little while. We started originally when we were in school. We were joking about eating some coffee as we were running late to our morning classes, and then decided to try making some for our friends. And over time, we really just wanted to develop a better line of products around this idea of caffeinated snacking and clean, convenient caffeine. So that's been the kind of the beginning to where we are now with Eat Your Coffee and kind of our range of accessible snacking options that are all fueled with organic direct trade coffee.
Nice. Yeah. And hell yeah, we like to focus on small brands who provide functional products, and that, right? Like for busy people who wouldn't mind having your coffee and your breakfast in one shot? So that's
Exactly.
that's why we brought you guys on. We have you in a few of our boxes. Most of your products are vegan and gluten-free. And I'll post the boxes that you guys are actually in right below. So anybody who's watching, if you want to give them a shot, you can do it. You can do it right there. And Johnny, maybe you can just kind of, I think it's good for vendors and brands and our customers to know what it's like to work with Bunny James. And so maybe you can just let us know your honest experience that you've had so far.
Yeah, it's been great working with you guys. We've been working together for basically since almost the beginning when you guys were at the vending machines and stuff. So it's been quite the journey. A long time. It's been nice to be alongside you guys. So just from those days to where it's developed to now, and the size and volume you guys have gotten to, and just the great base of customers that you have, of people who are interested in very niche, functional, different call outs, different dietary restrictions, and how you're able to cater to each one of those really specifically, and how we can fit into a fair amount of them. It's been great working with you. It's kind of a no-brainer. You got a great team behind you. So yeah, can speak pretty highly of you guys.
well, hey, I'll take it any day of the week. And hopefully people can follow in your footsteps and just really continue to create really creative functional products that we get to spread around the country. And I think you guys have done a really awesome job, and just really championing coffee and food and the blend of it, and high quality stuff. The last thing that I want to ask is, I know for a lot of startups, just running a food company in general is probably one of the toughest things that you can get yourself into. And now to get smacked in the face with a global pandemic, really, what's that been like for you as a founder and your team?
Yeah. I guess on the first point, starting a food business, it's like, oh yeah, anyone can do it. Just whip up something nice, right? And then you realize as you get into it, all the twists and turns. And yeah, with COVID, definitely quite a few more hurdles thrown our way as well as everyone else's way. I think, everyone kind of felt it with Expo West back in March. I flew out, got all set up for the booth and everything, was all excited for it. I knew there was going to be some difficult times with it, with, people, most of the people canceling, and it was still pretty early in the shift towards everyone staying at home. But with that getting canceled and kind of all the things planned around that, I ended up back in sunny California though, so that's been nice for the time being. And yeah, but aside from that, I mean, you've had to shift business strategies. Basically, your entire 2020 strategy for us went out the window. I'm sure for you and just like anybody else. A large part of our business was around food service, office channel, which is more or less non-existent anymore. I'm very curious to see how that's going to develop and go as big companies like Google and Facebook and all of them are saying like, we probably won't have anyone back in office until 2021. And you look at like Twitter who's saying our employees don't have to come back to office at all. How does that landscape change, and is that even a channel anymore? So with that, we've also seen big growth on the direct consumer side. So that's been a nice boon to the business there. We've more or less like tripled the business on all fronts on that end. So that's been cool. And it's definitely been an interesting thing for our team. Luckily, we've been a remote team for a little over a year and a half, close to 2 years now, in some sense of the word, and fully remote for over a year. So for that shift, it was pretty smooth for us. And we actually made our like internal policies and procedures documents public. So if anyone's curious, you can head to our blog and check that out. It's kind of outlines how we communicate, how we deliver feedback, how we like what apps and stuff we use. So
Huge.
If anyone would find that helpful, yeah, that's been probably the easiest transition. But everything else from business planning, strategy, everything is just it's a lot of hurdles. But I think as we all kind of try to get through it, we're all kind of smart and thinking through it, and we'll adapt as needed.
And I think that's a huge message that you packed in that statement. And I think one thing, if anybody is watching and they're interested and kind of hesitant about starting their own brand or product, or they want to get into that, is you can start something from your apartment, right? You can run. I mean, most of Lonny James is remote as well. We obviously have a central warehouse location, and we need that, but there are other options. So with this changing world, there is a way to really pivot and continue to grow your business. There are solutions out there. So Johnny, I just want to thank you for sharing that information. Thank you guys for putting out an awesome product, and we look forward to continuing this partnership for years to come. And yeah, kudos to you guys and your team.